Hey guys, Gameboy 3800 here, once again back for the Horizon D Series, D Class NASCAR Series, I should say. It's not the Gavril D Series, what am I talking about? The Mustang still leads. We had some classic Grand Prix cars go last episode. 26.4, or 23.4 is our time to beat still. What do we want to have it go next with? That could be interesting. 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 Oh, that's all-wheel drive swapped. I can't use that. That could be very interesting. And that could be interesting. I have race tires on this? What? Why do I have race tires on that one? So yeah, let's go for some classic Chevys. 50 Chevys this episode. We got the bel-air and the utility sedan. 320 horsepower, 440 torque, 3,500 pounds out of a 4.6 liter V8. Decent enough handling. We saw about 3.6 to 3.7 is all you need for this circuit. Because we saw the likes of the Oldsmobile do just fine with 3.6 or 3.5. I forget how much that had. Got a 5-speed. It's not too heavy, so don't need to worry about the weight too much. Or the suspension being too stiff, I should say. Decent aero. And a good diff. We're ready to go. We are turbos. Can rev over 6 grand if we need to. I do love the flames. They just poke right out. They're the whitest thing. I'm gonna go for 4th gear for this car. Because 3rd gear would be too short for us, I think. We're good for speed in this car, actually. Now that Mustang is stock engine, pretty much except for oil, so we will have more power than it, despite being older. But will that be enough? Do we have good enough handling for our power to matter? I'm lifting in the middle of the turn because I don't want to just slide wide. I'll try just starting wide and see if I can make my way in. No, this car does not have the grip to really go in at all. Once it's wide, it stays wide. I try not lifting, but then I guess I don't go too wide. I'll just stay full power for the whole race. We do have a slight speed advantage in the turn 1. Many things do. I don't see a roll cage in the car, so they're not like super rigid or anything. You know what? I think that helps, having the chassis be able to flex a little bit, because if we hit the apron, that means it won't just kick us so wide because the chassis will be able to flex a little bit and cope with it. It will mean we're slow off the line and probably don't have as much maximum corner grip. But if you can take a better line, even if it's off camber, that's probably what you want, no? I don't know. We're pretty close this lap, but not close enough. I think we need to be like ahead of it before the turn, because I know it's good through the turn. We don't have enough straight line speed to rely on it, you know? There's a good turn there. 23.6, we're only a couple tenths down. It's not going to be enough though. Like on a track this short, a couple tenths is like 3 or 4 car lengths. I tried something there, it didn't work out for us. Oh well. Gotta try something on the last lap. I tried turning in earlier, thinking I could slide a little bit wide and stay in the groove, but I hit the apron too much and just almost spun. So, a 23.6 isn't bad, only a couple tenths down from the Mustang. And now, if you can only be a tenth or two away from the Mustang, that's a good showing, because that Mustang is just stupid fast. Mustang continues to lead, but some cars have been getting close. This car just has enough handling and speed, even out of a stock engine, for it to stay on top. And you can look at it, like we have bigger rims and everything, things that would normally hurt, because, you know, it's much heavier, but the car's light enough already that it doesn't affect it too bad. Alright, so the next vehicle we're going to try is the utility sedan. Compared to the bel-air, it's lighter, has more horsepower and torque out of a bigger engine. Has better speed, better handling, acceleration, not as good launch, but in theory, this seems like it should be faster in every way than what we just saw. And if it's faster than that, because it was so close to the Mustang already, and look at that, we have a full roll cage in this car, because it was so close already, we have a potentially fast car here, but will that roll cage hurt it or help it? With a 5-speed in this one. Pretty low suspension. I don't know why the suspension never saves my setup, but oh well. Let's go with the sedan. Now, a roll cage? We don't see them too often. Normally only one stage is all you need for this low class. But I was able to fit in a full cage with this build. We are turbocharged in this car, just like how we were in the bel-air. This car has some good grip. Look at that. Will we have any speed though? Enough. We may suffer from too much ride height in this car. Having some ride height is good for weight transfer, but in this game, there is such a thing as too much. Because then you're spending more time settling back down than you are accelerating or something like that. I don't know. I think here we're realizing that this car is probably a bit heavy. I didn't look at the weight. I know it was lighter than the bel-air. I'm going to try 4th gear for torque. Just see what happens. Okay, 4th gear is working pretty good. I'm going to leave it in 4th from now on. But again, the Mustang just has such good initial acceleration out of the turn and enough bite turn in for it to match us everywhere and then exceed us elsewhere. You can see we're close here. We're still close here, but the initial turn-in just is better on the Mustang. And also we're a bit more barn shaped, so we're less aerodynamic. Like here we're able to match it to the first part of that turn. Didn't hit the wall. Now for this car, would I have been better off foregoing the roll cage and trying to go for more lightness to match the Mustang? Probably. I know the Mustang doesn't have a full cage. It barely has anything because it starts at the very top of D-Class. But it's just that good of a car stock that it doesn't really matter. Now that was my most ideal turn so far, but then I cocked it up a little bit at the top. Last lap for the sedan. I can't get it that low again, can I? No, not really. Not without a racing wheel. Yeah, give it up for the sedan. 23.7, a few tenths down. But it won't be enough. If you guys enjoyed some old Chevys having a go at it, you can leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks, Gambia. I'll see you all in the future.